Hey, welcome back to my beginner series where we're learning to play for the first time our major open chords, a vast majority of which will stay with us for a lifetime of playing guitar and will make up almost all of the songs that we decide to play or maybe even compose or write on your own. So they're very important chords for any stage of your guitar. If you only learn 3 of these chords and that's all you ever do, rest assured you'll be able to play thousands of songs from any genre just using 3 open chords, all right? So don't worry that you have to know or have a vast arsenal of chords in your pocket to be able to play guitar. The other thing I'd like to explain to you is they're called open chords. They're also called cowboy chords because they're played in the open position on the guitar, which is these 3 frets down the guitar. Okay? So when we look at the guitar, we look at this being down, and then we go up the neck. So if someone says, play that up the neck, this is what they mean. All right? Or let's play that note up the neck. Well, instead of playing the note here, you're going to play it here. Instead of playing the chord here, you're going to play it here. That's what that is referred to on a guitar. Also, your 6 strings that you should know by now. Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie, which is E, A, D, G, B, E. And the first string is the bottom string. The 6th string is the top string. So there's just a few things that are going to come up when someone gets talking about guitar and they don't really think of beginners in mind. They just say, hey, so we're going to play this up the neck, or we're going to play the 5th string. They assume that you know that the 5th string is actually the A string, or the 6th string is actually the lowest string on the guitar, but it's on the top of the guitar. Okay, a little confusing at first, but like any skill or art or trade, they all have their terminology. Okay, and this is the guitar's terminology. So, cowboy chords and open chords. So we're going to look at the chord of C major. Now, I'm going to tell you as we explain this what the root notes are in these chords. Don't even worry about it at this point. Okay, but maybe if you come back for reference at another time, it might help. You don't need to know the roots of chords to start playing guitar. Okay, you just need to know how to fret that. Right? How to fret that chord properly to make it sound as it should, which is a C major chord. Right? We've got plenty of time as your skill develops and your confidence goes up to figure out what notes we're playing and other things that go with more advanced guitar playing. Okay? So for today, we're going to look at the open C. We're going to take our first finger in the first fret. Now, a fret is designed by the fret markers here, those bars in your guitar. So think of that as the borders of the fret. So there's my borders of the first fret, there's my borders of the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, etc. Okay? So we are going to be concentrating on these 3. Okay? So our C chord, first finger, B string, first fret. Okay? 2nd finger, which is our fat middle finger, we're going to skip the next string up and we're going to plant it right there on our D string, 2nd fret of the D string. Okay? And then our ring finger is going to go 1 string higher and we're going to plant that on the 5th string of the 3rd fret. So you'll have 1 finger in each fret. Okay? Each pushing down 1 note on their string that they're assigned to. With the optics of the camera, sometimes it's hard to see, but my pinky is not involved. It's just sort of hovering there. It may look like it's pressed, but it's not. Okay, so it's 3 fingers, 3 notes that are fretted. 2 of those notes, the first one and the ring finger, are your root. So those are C notes within the C chord. Okay, the other notes in this chord are those open strings that we're just going to let ring out when we strum from the A string up and on out of the guitar. So all those 5 strings get strummed while we fret down those 3 notes. That is your perfect C major chord. Now, Like your A, it's important that you avoid this low E when you're in your strumming, but you will hit it, especially at the beginning. You may hit it a lot. Don't worry about it. You'll find out later in your guitar playing that, some of the changes, if you miss-hit, are minimal, and they won't affect the tonal output that you're trying to achieve. But having said that, it's very important that you target your strum to start on that root C, okay? And there is your C major chord. Just like any other major chord in the open position, they can also be played elsewhere on the neck. So there are C chords in other ways to be played on this neck. But that is for a more advanced, sort of intermediate to advanced, and we do not have to know that now. So practice your C chord, practice strumming from that A string down, and we'll see you next time.